Hi everybody. In this video, we're going to read the next chapter of Ancient Pokémon Attack. Chapter 11. Ah! A giant wave smashed against the cliff ledge where Team Rocket clung to one another in fear. Meow scrambled up into Jessie's lap. Of all the nice places we could have landed, we end up here? Jessie said. Her voice was shaking. Can't we blast off to a happy place? James whined. Well, I'm happy, said Meowth. His entire body trembled in fear. To be alive? Wah-bah, agreed Wobbuffet. From their perch, Team Rocket could just make out Archie as he hovered above the pyramid. The wind carried his voice to the cliff. And now, observe this power, said Archie in a commanding tone. He held the orb high above his head and cried out to the ancient sea bassin Pokemon. Kyogre, sink the land into the sea. The orb glowed, and the blue pattern shone on Kyogre's body. The great Pokemon sliced through the surface of the water towards Archie. It roared and drew lightning and thunder down from the clouds. Rain pounded the ocean. The storm made the water swirl into dangerous riptides. Kyogre soared into the air. Team Rocket gripped one another as the rain poured down on them. Lightning cracked nearby, and the waves nearly wiped them off the cliffside. They all closed their eyes and screamed. We could use some help here, Jessie called into the air. Come on, Meowth, do something, pleaded James. I am, answered Meowth. I'm freaking out. Meanwhile, Maxie watched in outrage as the storm gained force. There was no way his plane could take off in this wind. Archie laughed from high above. Oh well, Maxie, he called to his foe. I was hoping that you'd be able to witness my conquest of the world. Now it doesn't look like that will be possible, sadly. But this should give you a taste. That island you're on will soon be swallowed up by the sea. Archie's eyes glowed with rage. Archie, are you out of your mind? Maxie called. He tried to reason with his opponent. There are people on this island, as well as your own. Would he really abandon his own team? Archie narrowed his eyes and tightened his grip on the orb. So what? He laughed. Shelley gasped. That wasn't like Archie. But Archie, what do you mean? She cried out. They always had each other's backs, and leaving her to drown as Monsu Island sank into the sea had never been part of their plan. Lance knew it was time to step in and reveal his true identity to Maxie and Archie. He pulled down his red hood and stepped forward. Maybe Archie would be impressed by the legendary power of the G-Men and stand down. Listen, Archie, called Lance. You must release the red orb or you will become obsessed by it. I don't think so, Archie said, sounding almost bored. He turned toward the sea and once again held the glowing red orb above his head. Let's go, Kyogre, he called. Kyogre beat its fins together and let out a fierce roar. A tower of light shot down from the storm clouds. The ancient Pokemon's power knocked out Team Aqua's Walrein and Team Magma's Mightyena. Hurry, Shelly called to her team. Gather up all the Pokemon. Round up the Mightyena quickly, Tabitha commanded Team Magma. Despite the earth-shattering thunder, they could still hear Archie's crazed laughter. Lance would not give up. He had to make Archie and Maxie understand what was happening. That red orb was created by evil people long ago to control ancient Pokemon and then use them as weapons, Lance told them. But the ancient power of the Pokemon was much, much greater. As the ancient Pokemon became more evil, the people who controlled them also became more evil. This is why the two orbs were sealed away, to keep humans from making the same mistakes. No, said Maxie. He would not believe it. His team had been studying the orbs for years. He was sure only weak people could be controlled by them. We need those ancient Pokemon. They're necessary for us to build a better world for everyone. How can you believe such nonsense? Lance snapped. At that moment, a bolt of lightning shattered the ground between Lance and Maxie. Archie raised the orb, and Kyogre responded by turning the storm clouds into tornadoes and the ocean waves into whirlpools. A tidal wave rose up out of the sea and headed for the island. "Quickly!" Sheldon shouted. "All hands into the ruins!